Born in Winnipeg, Alix studied in Ottawa, where he obtained his Millennial Advanced Pastry Diploma from Le Cordon Bleu, Paris. He's worked at the iconic Chateau Lake Louise in Alberta and the Ritz-Carlton in Montreal before returning to Winnipeg and opening La Belle Baguette in the heart of the city's French Quarter in St. Boniface, and now a new location on Ness. Good afternoon, Alix.
Oh.
Well, thanks so much for coming down to do this.
Thanks.
You're one of the station's newest advertisers, a program near and dear to my heart, Saturday mornings on The Morning Blend. Tell me a little bit about La Belle Baguette.
La Belle Baguette opened 2 years ago now, in 2015, and it was kind of the result of my career up to then. Kind of all my travels and all my experiences throughout Canada kind of all coming together into this new project.
So you're speaking of those travels, and like I was just saying in the introduction, I mean, you've worked at some pretty renowned locations. Mm-hmm. What made you come back to Winnipeg?
Mostly family. After traveling for a while, being away from them, being in the hospitality business or the restaurant industry, you can't really go away during the holidays because that's your busiest time. You know, you're working 18 to 20 hours a day during Christmas and whatnot. So after a while, it takes a toll, and just wanted to come back to my roots, be close to my family again, and start a life for myself here.
Well, speaking of your family, who got you started in baking? Like, why baking? Why pastries? What got you going?
Well, cooking and baking was always another passion of mine. As it was mainly music, actually. I was a trained pianist, and still play piano to this day, and even studied music up to university, actually, in Brandon. So music was kind of my thing, and cooking was always in the background. So I took a break from university in music, took a small class in Windsor Park, actually, in Winnipeg, into baking, and just never looked back. It kind of relit that fire inside for baking, which I had all my life growing up and baking with my grandparents and my parents and whatnot. So
wow, so from piano to pastry.
Mm-hmm.
That's really something. I mean, it definitely is. And I think the cool thing about that is, coming from a music background, it really instills that skill set, time management and working through things. So it really makes a perfect sense. La Belle Baguette. Mm-hmm. Tell me about, there isn't just one location now, though. There's that new one on Ness.
There's two, yeah.
and whereabouts is that? How's that been?
1850 Ness. We're closer to Polo Park now, by Barrie. And it's been going great. It's been open since July, again, so close to our 2-year anniversary for the first one. And it's been going great. It's about 4 times bigger, the actual physical space. So it's giving us a lot of more freedom to produce a different line of products. We've rolled out, thanks to my brilliant pastry chef, a new line of croissants, so fruit-filled croissants, Nutella-filled croissants, and all these things which have really taken off and put us really in the spotlight in the market. So it's been really, really great for us. Both locations doing pretty good now. So
no kidding. I was spending some time on Instagram, and you guys have A, quite the following, but B, I just feel very hungry after scrolling through your feed. It just, and everything looks so delicious. So if someone walks into La Belle Baguette and they're looking for something, what's the first thing you tell people to try?
Well, it depends on the time of day, but we always have a hot cup of coffee waiting for them, which is what they tend to go for at 7 a.m. when we open. And then with that, well, we have a large selection of the croissants, the Danishes, in the morning. And then depending on if they come for lunch, we have sandwiches, grilled paninis, quiche, and whatnot. And then if they come in after work, well, we have fresh loaves of bread throughout the day and whatnot. So a huge selection depending on what time of the day they come in.
And it's different types of bread too, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, again, it's like everything from cheese sourdoughs to tomato basils, and
yeah.
Again, I feel like I should have eaten more before this interview is really what this comes down to. But no, it definitely is a great location, and with the second one being there as well, it's a pretty exciting thing. We were chatting off the air, and I've always wondered, when do bakers go to work?
in the middle of the night when people go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you're rolling in.
Usually right now we've got people in the kitchen between 1 a.m. up to 7 p.m. And so that's between both locations. We've got the kitchen going pretty steadily now. So.
That is definitely a busy schedule, and one that is very different. I mean, having done the Saturday mornings, I feel like I've got nothing to say to those 1 a.m. starts. I
well,
really
we do
don't.
look forward to the morning show every Saturday at 6 a.m. Now we tune it on, but it's in the middle of our shift now. So
yeah, exactly, just to re-energize things.
Yeah.
And then tell me more about your classical background. I mean, as a player, what do you like to? You say you still play now. What do you play? Just your story.
Since the age of 4 years old, I guess I was started playing the piano and just took lessons and followed the Toronto Conservatory.
Yeah.
Did up to grade 9 and then went into Brennan University where I was doing Bachelor of Education program, which I thought it was just so obvious to me that I was going to become a high school band teacher.
Yeah.
That was the rest of my life, and so that was pretty much my career and my passion, and it still is to this day, just playing classical piano. So
yeah, no, it just definitely is a very fascinating story, and it resonates here, of course, having the music playing. So really thankful that you could come down today and chat a little bit about La Belle Baguette. What's your Instagram handle so people can go and follow along?
It's Belle_Baguette, so BELLE_BAGUETTE.
That's perfect. I love the name of the store.
Thank
I
you.
really do. It's just it just rolls off the tongue. I've been chatting with Alix Loiselle of La Belle Baguette at 2 locations, 2048 Avenue de la Cathédrale and 1850 Ness Avenue. Thanks so much, Alex.
Thank you.